We are playing the demo for Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville. Why does this oddly remind me of Lackadaisy? This is a short demo version of the full game, which contains a slightly altered snippet of the final experience.
So, we're standing on top of a train, looking death in the eye.
That was quite a trip, wasn't it?
Quite a trip. If anyone had told me that we'd have ended up here, I would have laughed in their faces. So, where do we start?
Let's say a freezing cold day greeted us on that fateful Stavonian morning.
Furry heavens! Could you be any more cheesy?
I thought I was getting better at this.
That'll never happen.
Well then, let's just start at the beginning. Here we are.
Yes, indeed. I like how this is voice acted, by the way. Also, I dig this cat's expressions all the time. It's like tweaked out.
I'm gonna freeze to death.
Definitely tweaked out.
Now that you mention it, my dear friend, we're a little early, so you'll have plenty of time to do that.
No matter. I can already taste the champagne and olives on my tongue.
Champagne and olives?
I'm more of a margarita gal. Or rum and coke. I really like rum and coke.
The party! Aren't you looking forward to the big Bon Voyage party tonight?
Oh, that. I'd skip it if I could.
Ha! Moses, you're the saddest animal I've ever had the misfortune to meet. For once in your life, you should let loose. We're on a holiday, right?
Dude, he's so expressive. Like, why are you angry, bro?
Let me remind you that no, we are not on holiday. This is work.
Very heavens. You're beyond hope, Moses.
Well, you're probably right, my dear friend.
So we freeze to death. But, I see other passengers are starting to arrive.
We can have a little sniff around before we leave the station. Literally and figuratively.
Good idea. Although, I might not be able to move anymore.
Alright, we got here at point and click. Oh, it moves along with you. That's nice. I like this. It's very interesting.
Speaking of which, you're a Manu, right? A palace's cat? Shouldn't you be perfectly fine in the cold?
Dude, yeah, what the hell?
I've never told you about my cryophobia? My unnatural fear of freezing?
You imagine a palace cat having an unnatural fear like that?
The amount you usually talk, it surprises me too, but no. You...
Well,
oh,
it
shit.
was because of the war.
Hold on.
Oh, right. The war.
Dude, he's got some issues. I guess this explains it, right?
I spent a whole winter in a trench. I got the chill up to my bones and my soul. And somehow, I wasn't the same animal after that.
And that affected your perception of the cold.
Some people lose their sense of smell after a major trauma, or see colors different.
That's interesting. Please tell me more about it.
I'd rather not. You overanalyze everything and everybody. It can be really unpleasant.
Well, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'm used to it.
What's this icon? Oh, I kept thinking it was like telling me something, but it was just showing this. I don't know. Oh, wow. So we can use enhanced vision and enhanced smell. That's even cooler. I really like this game. I like this demo. Clawville Express is said to be the most amazing machine ever built by an animal. At least, that's what they say. I wonder how it can live up to such big words. One thing is, the screen doesn't move if you go into a corner. It's either up or left, right, and down. Alright, well, I guess... let's check out the dame. Oh, girl. She has a rather pleasant appearance. Okay, the ambassador.
Look who's here.
The ambassador. Ah, that creep makes my tail tingle.
Palace cats have really small tails. Don't they? No, I don't think they do. I know that they'll wrap their tails around themselves and then, like, step on it to warm their feet or something.
Stay focused, Plato. We'll do what we've been hired to do, then we can take our well-deserved vacation.
Maybe just short, thick tail. I don't know. I can't remember.
When I think we have to protect this monster.
Let's not jump to conclusions, dear fellow. You know rumors are sometimes just rumors.
These aren't just rumors, Moses. They're facts.
We have a job to do, and we're going to do it. All right?
Yeah, all right.
New animal, new fact, new clue. What's the magnifying glass? Oh, it shows the different... okay. Okay, I didn't see this at first. This is a suspiciously large package for 2 people. But who knows? Maybe that pretty lady just brought too many trinkets on the trip. Oh my god. What do you mean too many trinkets? Alright, let's... oh, I wanted to sniff her. Trains have a distinctive smell that is a mixture of many different aromas. Metal, oil, coal, leather, and many more. But nothing blatant or noteworthy. The cursor does leave the game screen, but I don't know if it's because I don't have this on full screen. Maybe it's windowed. Or border, full screen, whatever.
The fluffy, fuzzy... damn!
Quite a tower, isn't it?
That could easily accommodate all the members of the country's parliament.
Or an invading army.
You got that right.
What's this brain icon? I don't want to do this yet. Having to oversee the protection and well-being of the Stawonian delegation is not just a simple task, but also a kind of trust and power play between the 2 countries of Clawville and Stawonia. Frankly, it's not very uplifting to be caught between 2 such superpowers. Okay, so... Let's see if I can fix... Never mind. Okay, so we have animals. Plato Manuel Palladius, Palace's cat. Autocolobus Manuel. My loyal companion and friend, Plato. He served in military intelligence for years but was demobilized and ended up as a detective with the Clawville Police Department. I praise my good fortune, for without him I would not be where I am today, although I'd hesitate to admit that to him. So he's like Watson to Sherlock Holmes. Was that it? Ambassador, Snow Leopard, Panthera Untia. Oops. Connections. How to use. How to use. Hello? Alright. Oh. That was weird. So we don't have anything here. Facts and clues. Keep gathering clues to reveal this fact. National tensions 1 out of 3. Ignat's dark past. Eniak's past is rather murky, having served as a high-ranking officer in the colonial Tsarist forces, including the Chirogo colonies. Okay. So let's see. We have anything else? I feel like we've done everything. Porsa, the realm of eternal winter, is also called the City of Frozen Fangs. By the way, I'd even say it's beautiful if my eyeballs hadn't frozen over. I don't see anything else to do. We have an old pocket watch. My pocket watch, which was my grandfather's, it never stops for a second, like it does a good detective. Oh, okay. I forgot that he had an exclamation point. It was weird that we couldn't talk to him at first, I think.
Ah, finally. This is ridiculous. I've been waiting here for an age.
Sir, welcome.
Just grab the bags and pack them quickly. My daughter and I are freezing to death out here.
Come on, you're snow leopards.
Sir, I think you misunderstand.
Are they paying you to talk or work? I am at my wit's end here. Can you believe it, my dear?
Leave me out of this.
Dear sir, I genuinely think there's been a misunderstanding here.
Just take our luggage and load it while I'm in a good mood.
I think the cola... Oh, sorry. I think the cola must have frozen your ears. Let me be more clear this time.
What did you say? How dare you speak to me like that?
I like making friends like this.
Why do men always have to measure each other's tails?
I also like the twist on different sayings.
Let me step in. This is Moses Wildflower, and I'm Plato Palladius of the Clawville Police Department. We are here because, unfortunately for us, we have been entrusted with the full protection of you and your dear daughter until this magnificent train reaches Clawville.
Is that so? Well, why didn't you start with that?
We tried, but it must be the noise.
Whatever. So you're in the service of the Fox King, huh? Very well. Then I'll see you at the party soon, yes?
In fact, I think we'd rather...
Moses, we'll be there, sir.
You know, listening to his voice, I feel like I've heard the voice actor before. But I don't know.
All right then.
Joyful. Until then, gentlemen. Porter! Where's the bloody porter?
Keep your voice down. My head is splitting.
Interesting.
So the demo isn't fully voice acted. I leave you to wander around in your little mind garden.
What?
How do you know about my garden? You talk an awful lot in your sleep, Moses. If you had any idea what else I know. This is terribly embarrassing.
Yes?
Mind garden, is that like a mind palace? That, oh my god, Alan Wake 2? Took me a while to think of that. Doesn't Alan Wake 2 have like a mind palace thing? New animal, new ask topic. Ambassador to Stowonia. pursuing peace negotiations between the colonial empire of Clawville and the United Republic of Stavonia. Are you sure he's pursuing peace negotiations? It didn't seem too peaceful to us. We have been entrusted with the task of escorting and protecting him, which is a great honor. However, his past and character are rather questionable. Hold on. Look, I don't know who the other one is specifically, but he's a detective. How is a detective supposed to escort and protect someone? They uncover things. They don't protect. Kania Ivarinich. She is the daughter of Ambassador Ignat, who is clearly on the trip out of sheer necessity, although I have a suspicion that there is another reason for her being here. In any case, she is a lady of noble breeding and a tempered but rebellious spirit. We shall have to watch her carefully. She doesn't seem to act like a daughter to me. Like with what she says. I honestly... She acts more like his wife. To be honest. Okay, so we got 3 connections here. Alright, where are we headed? I am glad they have the magnifying glass here. Oh, he gets angry when you don't do something right.
I beg your pardon? I don't know what you're implying.
I beg your pardon? I don't know what you're implying. Ask away. His daughter?
My daughter. Spoiled little brat. But I suppose that's mainly my fault.
Ah, come on. Don't blame yourself.
If you want to know more, perhaps you should ask Her Majesty. I don't have time for this.
Thank you. We will, sir. Madam, we are pleased to be of service to you and your good father.
Do I look like I've molted for the first time?
Do snow leopards molt?
What? I beg your pardon?
I know you despise us, and you have every reason to, but I don't care. Nor do I care about these ridiculous peace negotiations.
Oh, I see. That was refreshingly cold and honest.
Just stay away from me. Or at least keep your flattery to yourself.
You know what? You're really a little...
Did you wish me out on a train avoiding encounters close to impossible miss?
Good day.
Same to you, madam.
He's just gnashing his teeth.
Whew, she's something, ain't she? Just like the weather here. Ice cold and, well, mostly ice cold.
Indeed. But it's interesting what she said. I mean about the peace negotiations.
You know what? I don't like the idea of them myself. And these Stavonians make my tail cramp up.
Oh, wait a minute. We're in Russia, right? So W would sound like V.
I thought you were a devout pacifist. You should be happy for peace.
Well, since I've been through the hell of war myself, I am. But this is just smoke and mirrors, Moses. There will never be peace between Stavonia and Clawville. Hostility is coated in our blood.
Maybe. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We haven't even started this journey.
Yeah, you're right. And we might just be in for the adventure of a lifetime, huh?
Oh, but every day is an adventure with you, Plato. More and more passengers.
It's the crew from Beastars.
want to know more than animals are willing to tell you. Use your refined senses, Moses. Remember what you've taught me.
You're in a rather educational mood today, my dear friend. I could almost call it lecturing.
You'll thank me later, Moses. Believe me.
If you say so.
Do not bother me. Ask my daughter if you want to know something. You people give me migraines.
I beg your pardon?
Don't take it personally. I can't stand coppers in any shape or form.
Ah, I see. Well, the feeling is mutual.
You're just kidding me, yes?
Oh, of course.
Let's ask about her father.
My father? Don't you read the papers? It's all in there. Apart from his military and political career. He has no life.
You don't have a very high opinion of your father, am I right?
Ha! What are you? Some kind of a detective?
Yeah.
Ouch!
I'm only here because I want to see Clawville with my own eyes. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend several days locked up with him, even if someone pointed a gun at me.
Dude.
Well, I see.
Make a note in your little notebook, detective. If somebody wring my father's neck, I should be suspect number one.
What a lovely daughter.
That can't happen, miss. That's why we're here.
Huh, yes. What a shame. This cursed weather.
Dear miss, as a fellow furry cat who is also used to the cold, may I say?
I am not a cat.
Oh, I see. I didn't mean it like that. I just...
And I am not furry either. I follow the Clawville fashion, if you must know.
Meaning?
I shave like every civilized woman in the world. Any other details you want to know?
Well now.
I didn't even want to know that.
Sorry to bother you, madam. We won't do it anymore.
The first good idea I've heard all day.
Good God. Codex, the Fox King. Hector III, or as most animals call him, the Fox King, is the third member of the Falou dynasty. Although Clawville is a small state, its king is amongst the most influential animals of the wilderness, not because of the city's actual importance, but for riches of its faraway colonies. Journey through the wilderness. The Clawville Express is a legendary train that takes a legendary journey. In fact, it crosses the entire continent of Altera, passing through the capitals of the most important countries. It is also iconic in the sense that it starts from Clawville and terminates at Stavonia, and the capital city of Porsa, the great historical enemy of the Clawville crown. Thus the journey is symbolic and significant in more ways than one. Stavonia. It is also referred to as the Eastern Empire. This is the harsh world of the proud people of Stavonia. It is inhabited mainly by predators and big cats. There is considerable tension between Clawville and Stavonia for both historical and economic reasons. The Stavo-stardom was the biggest loser in the Great Meat Wars, but since the collapse of the Great Eastern Empire, they have been growing and strengthening at a rapid pace, and are seen by many as potential instigators of the Second Meat Wars and the great threat to the modern world. Peace Treaty. Clawville and Stavonia have been at war for centuries, sometimes culminating in fierce armed conflict, sometimes in decades of standing or a cold war. The peace treaty now on the horizon is of historic significance, the like of which has not been seen since the end of the Great Meat War. Clawville. Clawville is a city-state, the center of the Clawville colonial empire, and one of the most important and influential cities in the wilderness. Its century-old conflict with the Republic of Stavonia may be soon be brought to a close by peace agreement. I have a feeling it won't be that simple. Gunny and the peace negotiations. Ignat's daughter is a fierce and vocal opponent of peace negotiations. This could cause problems. The relationship between father and daughter is rather frosty and quite strange. Gunny is quite hateful about her father. Could something have happened between them, or are these the words of a neglected and spoiled girl? Alright, we got an actor and an actress.
He looks rather familiar.
You mean Cassidy Lupus, the silent wolf?
The what and who?
To my bushy tail, you really do live in a cave, don't you?
So he's some kind of movie star.
The movie star.
From Beastars.
Uh-huh. And the young lady?
Cassandra Ruby Faye, a real up-and-coming movie sensation. They're predicting a big future for her, although the tabloids say she's a bit unstable.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Quite lovely, too.
She looks like an interesting lady indeed. Somehow, she seems out of place. Probably 'cause it's freaking cold out and she's wearing that.
Excuse my rudeness. My name is...
Oh, come on, it's no problem. What can I write? Who will it be for?
What? No, I don't...
Then simply Cassidy Lupus, star of Silent Wolf and the Loudest Howl. Here we go, darling.
But I...
Don't thank me, friend. It's nothing. My pleasure.
Well, thank you.
He really thinks highly of himself, don't he?
Hey, mister.
Yes, little thingy.
Little what?
Ouch, that must hurt.
Oh my, did I say something wrong?
Please, Plato, control yourself.
This is Detective Moses Wildflower, and I'm Plato Palladius from the Clawville Police Department. And we're not here for your autograph. You can be sure of that.
What, the police?
For the wild ones. Cassidy, what have you done now?
Not a single thing, Cassandra, dear, I swear. At least, I don't think.
Nothing to worry about, madam. Sir, we just wanted to say hello and assure you that with 2 senior police officers on board, you will have the safest and most comfortable journey possible.
Oh, that's foreshadowing. It will not be a safe, and it will not be a comfortable journey.
Oh, really? That's rather nice to hear.
Don't worry about Cassidy. He's a bit weak in the knees. But otherwise, he's a pretty nice guy. At least, for the most part.
For the most part. But darling...
Darling. Oh, we have an autograph by Mr. Lupus. An unwanted autograph from Mr. Cassidy Lupus. The handwriting shows that he has scribbled his name a million times before. It looks like my signature. Wait, what's... Oh, I thought there was gonna be something. What's one of these things? Oh well. Secret found. Great job. You just unlocked the secret description. See, I wouldn't have noticed that if I hadn't noticed I could move the autograph. AW means Alphonse Wildflower. He was my grandfather and I inherited this wonderful pocket watch from him. Unlike my father, Alphonse valued the time he was given. So, what's your story? Is it something that I'm not seeing? I'm gonna find out eventually, damn it. Oh. Weird. The signature's well rehearsed, but his hands seemed to tremble a little when he wrote it. Was it the cold? Or maybe because we were police officers? Okay. Look what I got. They're not impressed. Cassidy Lupus, Grey Wolf, Canis Lupus. Cassidy Lupus is a famous film star whose presence is apparently impressive to everyone but me. He's a real show-off, but I'm told he does show off his extraordinary acting talents at times. We'll see, as well as how many of the things he tells us are acting. Cassandra Ruby Faye. Coney. Coney? Never heard of that. Orictologus cuniculus. Cassandra Ruby Faye is an up-and-coming movie star who, although she has only appeared in a few films, is already being described as a legendary actress of the future and a kind of female icon. All I see is a scared bunny who's frightened of her own shadow. How do you figure? She hasn't looked frightened at all. We'll see what's really in her pretty little head before this journey is over. But she's a murderer. Calling it now.
Forgive me for the autograph fiasco. You know, the fans just find me everywhere. It's a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine.
You can't imagine.
And the lady is...
What a barbarian I am. This is my companion and partner in many cinematic wonders, the magnificent Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Gentlemen, if I may say so, it's extremely reassuring that you're traveling with us.
Not so much for us.
You are a real gentleman.
Don't worry about a thing, as long as you see us.
Are you two going to the party?
I regret to say that we probably will.
That's wonderful.
See you there, madam. Sir?
Do they have anything to say? Ah, strong perfume. They have an extremely strong and intoxicating perfume around them, almost as if they were trying to hide something with it. They got like blood on them or something?
Stop staring at that woman.
Oh, there's tension.
What woman? I know.
Yes, you are. You are looking at that cat. Stop it, it's humiliating.
It's not a cat, it's a panther.
And that's an excuse.
Panther's a cat.
I swear, I wasn't staring, sweetie.
I thought you were over this cat thing. Believe me, he's not so horrible. Just a little disorganized.
Oh, you got me. For good. I couldn't deny it if I wanted to.
You know, it's funny meeting you here, on the other side of the world.
It is indeed. The wilderness is so small.
Madam, I've been around the world more than once, and I assure you, it's quite huge.
And yet, 4 citizens of Clawville just happen to be in the same place at the same time. What a wonderful coincidence. Am I right?
I wouldn't be so sure that's a coincidence.
Here we go. Ignore his cryptic remarks, like, you know, our lives are a tattered detective novel.
Oh, how exciting. Isn't it, darling?
That's right.
Ask about the worried look.
Keep your eyes open, detectives. I mean, all your senses.
Alright, now she looks like a scared rabbit afraid of her own shadow.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't mean anything. But it seems a strange bunch of people are gathered here. My ears are itching, and that always means trouble.
We'll keep an eye out, madam. You have my word.
Oh, you seem to have stepped out of another age, my dear detective.
Yeah, tell me about it. He's a living fossil.
Whoa.
Well, well.
Even more passengers.
Let's do this.
No surprise, the train is about to depart. Are you ready for your journey, Moses? Me? Psh, my dear friend, I'm always ready. Why did I even ask? Strange plant.
Is that a Malvaceae hippoconia?
I'm a Malawea Wada Nonia?
I was wondering the same thing myself.
Yeah, right.
Plato, please.
Do you really know the names of all the flower varieties in the world by heart? And is that even healthy?
I'm the perfect example that names have meanings. I am Wildflower, after all. Also, everyone has a passion.
And some are more harmful than others.
You don't mean the flowers, do you?
Oh, extraordinary beauty. It is a wonderful plant, I must say. The color is very distinctive, but I don't know where to put it. Is it a How did he say Malvaceae hippoconia? Oh my god, look at all the pretty colors. People of Taroga. The air is almost boiling between the Taroga and Stavonia delegates, and I could swear the temperature is below 0. Ooh.
That dirty cow.
Buffalo.
What?
I said buffalo. Water buffalo. Not a cow.
Assassins. Traitors.
A little quieter, please, Father.
I tell you they're trying to kill us. What else would they be doing here?
You're paranoid. Have a sip of brandy to calm you down.
Don't you tell me to calm down.
Ignat believes that his life is being threatened, and who else, he thinks, could be the culprit but the ambassador of Taroga. Hostility between the two embassies. The air between the two factions is almost red hot, which can be explained by historical animosity, but it could also have personal reasons. Fear the Tarogans. Ambassador Ignat is seriously worried that the Taroga embassy is trying to kill him. Colonial attire, exotic charisma, lofty bearing. I can't deny I am intrigued.
Look who just arrived.
Well, well. Must be a high-ranking official from the royal colonies. Interesting.
Load of interesting folks gathering here, huh?
He's probably here because of the peace negotiations, like the rest of us.
That damn treaty.
Now, my dear friend. What would Chief Inspector Bloodboil say to that kind of attitude?
You'll never get anywhere with that attitude, Plato.
You're pretty good at this voice impersonation thing.
Thank you, Moses.
It might even come in handy one day.
You really think so?
Perhaps.
New Codex entry. The Royal Colonies. The Clawville colonial empire once numbered 12 colonies, but now only a fraction of that remains, leaving Clawville itself considerably weakened. While the city-state and the empire that grew up around it are still one of the biggest players in the wilderness, the colonies that have fought for independence over the last 2 centuries have taken a toll on the empire's prestige and economic dominance. Although the crown of Clawville has indeed been shaken to some extent, the country's largest colonies are still part of the empire and do not seem likely to leave the fold anytime soon, unless the city itself collapses under its own weight. Alright, that's a little annoying.
Greetings, sir. My name is...
Yes, you two are the detectives, right?
Yes, indeed we are. Although, frankly, I'm surprised that you know.
The whole station is talking about it. 2 detectives protecting that pale-furred, sharp-toothed bastard. And I was just wondering, where are my detectives?
Excuse me?
Don't they want bodyguards and not detectives?
If our beloved king sends personal protection to defend his enemies, like the ambassador of the Stavonian government, surely he sends one or two to protect his own beloved ally, the ambassador to his own colony. Am I right? Which would be myself.
Ah, you? You're the ambassador of Tarogo?
No other. Mujara Panina, ambassador, high priest, guru, and spiritual seer. I'm genuinely horrified that you don't know who I am.
Yeah, I would expect them to know who all the ambassadors are.
If I may say so, you speak the Clawville dialect admirably.
Please do not change the topic. Although, I do speak with particular skill, yes.
I am truly sorry that you have not been properly escorted, sir, but you must be aware of the very delicate relationship between the Clawvillian crown and the Stavonian government.
Pah, don't take me for a fool.
It's kind of detective humor, what? Yeah, sorry.
Don't blame yourself. I'm used to being surrounded.
Okay, sorry I said sorry.
Barney,
I'm here, sir.
good. Chat with these gentlemen while I go rest my eyes.
Yes, of course, Separ. How can I help you, gentlemen?
It's a pleasure to meet you and Ambassador Mujara.
The Separ is quite tired. I hope you will forgive him for being a bit irritable.
The Separ?
Tarogo's religious leaders, who also wield considerable political influence.
Very well said. You are highly educated and well-informed, detective.
Thank you, Miss Fanny.
You could have boarded the train much later if you're going to the peace negotiations. So what are you doing here on the frozen other side of the world?
Unfortunately, that is sensitive, rather top-secret information.
You see, Miss Fanny, we are in the service of the Clawville government. We serve our common king. You need not be afraid to share anything with us.
I fear that even you are not authorized to have this information, dear detectives. I am really very sorry. It is a most sensitive topic.
Well, in that case, that's not a problem. If it's so very, very sensitive, we understand.
Oh, we're gonna find out what it is, though.
Thank you, gentlemen. You are very kind.
It was not our intention to be kind.
Secrets are part of our work. We understand.
Thank you. Your discretion means a lot to me.
Oh, we're discreet, ma'am.
Well, yes, we are. Most of the time.
Okay. What the hell are you? Oh, hell no. Is that a spider? Mujara Panina, water buffalo. Bubulus bubalis. He is ambassador of the colony Tarogo and the country's chief Separ, which roughly translates as high priest or main religious leader. He makes no secret of his disdain for Ambassador Ignat and the Stavonians in general, but he also sees a peace as his top priority. Fani Tarani, Indian elephant. Elephas maximus indicus. Ambassador Mujara's pretty assistant, a pleasant and generally very good-natured lady. We don't know much about her, but she seems to keep her hot-tempered boss perfectly in check. Does she? Does she really? Mujara's secret. Mujara in Stavonia? The presence of Ambassador Mujara in Stavonia is strictly classified information. That alone is enough to pique our interest. Mujara's resentment. Ambassador Mujara is seriously offended why he has not been given the same ornate escort and protected custody from the crown as the Stavonia ambassador. Separ. The Separ is an important figure in Torogo politics and culture and religion. In fact, they have evolved from tribal leaders to religious and political leaders who still hold high positions in today's modern Torogo society. Today they are more like spiritual leaders and also high-ranking officials. The whole Torogo state is also run by a Separ, the main Separ or Green Separ. That's why the state of Torogo is called the Separate. Well, I guess you don't smell. No conversations over here? Alright. He must be an employee of the Clawville Express.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Oh god,
Detectives Wildfire
no.
and Palladius, I presume.
Oh, he's so gross to look at. I can't.
Just Moses and Plato. No need for formalities.
As you wish, gentlemen. I'm Pierre. I'll be your guide, your helper, and your humble servant on the road.
Sounds very nice, buddy. May we speak to your boss?
My boss?
I mean the one who runs the Express.
Ah, I see. That would be me too, Pierre.
Oh, really?
Look, pal, no offense, but...
How could the train inspector be a simple insect?
Well, I mean, that's what I was getting at. I really didn't mean to offend you, but it's quite rare.
Indeed, it is rare, which is why I feel so honored. And of course, it is a huge responsibility too.
In that case, good for you. And congratulations.
Thank you. Please enjoy your journey. If there's anything I can do to help, I'll jump to it right away.
Huh?
You know, jump.
Oh god, he's a jumping spider. That's even worse.
Ah, because you're a jumping spider.
Yes, I am. Witty, no?
Yes, we all had such a good laugh.
But please board the train soon. Most of the passengers have already taken their cabins.
We will. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard!
About time.
I was starting to freeze to death out here.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have worn that dress, sweetie.
Cassandra, my darling, I'll have you warmed up in no time.
Must we tolerate this incessant chatter? Let's board.
Slow down, Separ. Don't be in such a hurry. You know your heart.
We have a new ask. Pierre Welber, Jumping Spider, Hylas. Pierre Welber represents Clawville Express and is a guide, steward, janitor, and caretaker. He is a multicolored character who can do more than one job at a time, not only because he has 8 limbs. He is bright, helpful, and seems to be completely reliable. He's still a spider. I still don't like him. Majara's heart. Investor Majara seems to have a problem with his heart. He's gonna have a heart attack, isn't he? Oh.
Well, it wasn't that hard to have a little chat, was it? It's a nice way to pass the time.
I've already got the worst headache.
Come on, you'll survive. So, should we hop on board then?
If we must.
Quite strange company we got here, don't you think?
And we haven't seen half of it yet.
Something smells fishy to me. This Mujara guy and his assistant. Not to mention His Excellency the Ambassador and his ice-cold daughter.
We're in for an interesting journey, that's for sure. But I wouldn't jump to conclusions just yet.
Well, anyway, time to get ready for the party.
Oh no, the party. You shouldn't have mentioned. My head.
Is the party on the train? I can't remember if that's what they said.
Come on, Chief. Let's get dressed up. have a drink or two, and go to the little rat hole in the back of the train for a good sleep. What could go wrong?
Maybe the train's taking us to the party.
Famous last words, eh?
Ha! See? You're getting a sense of humor.
No.
No. Key event reached. Let's see. Still have a little time before the horrible party in the luxury dining. Okay, so it's in the luxury dining car. What do I do until then? Explore the train? Who should I talk to? I better choose wisely, because time is precious. Oh shit.
So, where to next?
I think it's worth taking a good look at the train map and deciding wisely how to use our precious time until the party starts.
And how much time do we have?
Exactly 1 hour, my dear friend. At least, let's say, 4 places to visit?
And 4 passengers to socialize with.
If we really must.
Oh, that's so cool. I guess nobody's in 3rd class. They should probably all be in 1st class. Oh. Do I want to talk to her? Sure.
I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this because we're on a train, but I think I'm a bit lost.
Not to worry, Miss Fay. It is indeed a train, but a rather large one.
With quite a lot of secrets.
Let's hope not.
You can actually get pretty lost in a train. I'll go on Amtrak. Go into Yellowstone. They're pretty big trains. If you forget like which room you're in or which direction to go, obviously there's a stopping point where you're like, oh, I can't go any further. But
I'm so glad you detectives are here.
And why is that?
I really like trains.
Well, rumor has it the ambassador's about to be assassinated.
Excuse me?
What?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. They say someone on the train is trying to kill Ambassador Ignat.
Although we don't think this will happen.
I've heard it more than once, and I'm not even the social type.
Can you like give us more information on that? Like names? Hello? Lots and lots of perfumes to try to suppress the original real scent, which is quite subtle and pleasant. It's a pity. It says something about her. Uncertain even about his own natural scent. What? Decoration. A typical representation of the Clawville royal style with a touch of colonial overtones. Very tasteful. The wagon itself, however, is rather run down. They certainly don't pay much attention to restoration as they did with his first wagons. Yeah, I guess it is kind of run down. It's got an old-time feel to it, though.
Dear Miss Fani, it is a pleasure meeting you again.
Likewise, dear Mr. Wildflower.
Oh, you remembered my name. I'm honored.
I just realized her cabin. Wow.
Well, as an ambassador's assistant, I am a prisoner of details.
As am I. You see, as a detective, I have to pay attention to the smallest detail at all times.
Here we go.
I know the feeling. And? What have you observed so far?
Well, you're, how shall I say, exceptionally pretty and tidy and...
That's so sweet. But that's not what I mean. I mean, what did you observe about the train and the passengers?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Great wild ones, save us.
So, yes, a rather odd bunch of people have gathered here. Although we haven't managed to talk to everyone yet.
Have you heard the rumor?
The rumor?
That someone... it's terrible even to say it, but... there are whispers that someone is trying to kill the Stavonian ambassador.
Don't worry, miss. That won't happen. That's why we're here.
How is it everybody's hearing these rumors, but we haven't heard a single one, and we're detectives?
But aren't you putting yourselves in danger?
Maybe so, but it's part of the job.
Oh, how heroic.
Okay, this is where I die.
Please, just let me know if you need anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything?
Anything, milady.
I will, Moses. I mean, Mr. Wild.
Fading wilderness. Savonia, ancient wild country. They say wild animals still live in its vast, untamed forests. Gosh, look at weird painting. A rather interesting painting. This new wave art is too sublime for me. I don't think there's a single drop of chemical on her skin. It's as if the fragrance comes from only natural sources. Those painted patterns on her skin, are they just on her face? Or... calm down, dude. Her heartbeat is slow, steady, almost melodious. Dude, he's so infatuated. What is this? A casual conversation can very easily turn into a bloody serious one. I had to listen to the answers and spot if the person I'm questioning is lying or twisting the truth. It won't be easy, especially with such a pleasant subject as Miss Fanny. Master Major's pretty assistant. Observations. The features of her face are subtle, pleasant, relaxed, and serene. Her posture shows perfect control. Her every movement is completely planned and controlled. Heartbeat is calm, slow, and balanced. I can also hear the friction of his clothes. It says his. It's an extremely soft, expensive, and well-cared fabric. Her posture shows perfect control. Her every movement is completely planned and impressive. I mean, yeah, I feel like you have to have a lot of practice to have that kind of control. Especially if you're hiding something.
The ambassador was in a particularly peppery mood this morning. Could it have been the cold?
The weather is indeed hard on him. We're from the sweltering Tarogo, but... The Separ is quite upset about Ambassador Ignat.
You mean why he hasn't been escorted in the same way?
Not only that, but the mere sight of the Stavonian delegation is deeply shocking and upsetting to him.
Interesting. Are there deeper, more personal reasons for the depth of his feelings?
Personal? Oh, no, not at all. It's just that Tarogo and Stavonia have been in conflict for centuries. This is purely political.
I don't know if that changes, like if her heartbeat picks up or something.
Tell me, is there something wrong with the ambassador's health?
Why would you think that?
I'm just fumbling around, so...
No, not at all. The ambassador is in perfect health.
Well, that's a lie. She said something about his heart. It's a lie. Prove your claim.
We heard you tell the ambassador to watch his heart. At another time, you said he is often tired nowadays.
You've got me, yes. The ambassador has a serious heart condition, but he does not like to appear weak in front of anyone, especially in front of his enemies.
That's understandable. Thank you. We won't pass it on to anyone, we promise.
Thank you.
Is there a point where we stop this, or?
So, how is your journey so far?
Well, the train is very comfortable, and the ambassador is pleased.
Yes, but I'm asking you, not the ambassador.
Oh, well, yes. I've never been on a train with such class, you know? I'm very thrilled about it.
Oh, I feel like that's a lie.
What else? I can see that you're a little embarrassed, if I don't offend you by saying so.
You're so observant. Yes, well, besides being excited, I'm also a little uncomfortable, as I don't really know how to behave in a situation like this, with such important people.
I feel like the first part was a lie. Oh god. If anything, it would have to be hostility. Maybe it's the
I believe
truth.
you. I advise you to just be yourself. That's always the best way.
Oh, really? I think so myself.
Okay. So it goes to the four. I don't know what this bar is. Unless at least at this the answer to this question at the bottom.
Can you tell us about your country?
You want to hear about Tarogo?
Exactly, my dear.
Well, you see, Tarogo is very different from Stavonia or Clawville. We're just on the threshold of civilization. The country is still full of jungles, primitive tribes, exotic plants, and wilderness.
You talk about it very passionately.
I love my home very much, Mr. Wildflower. Notwithstanding, or perhaps because of, all the horrors it has endured in the last century.
You mean the Stavonian invasion?
Not just that, but you know. And I mean no offense, but Clawville is also just another colonial power. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm very thankful to our common king, but
Please, continue.
I don't want to bore you with my nonsense.
You're not boring me, my dear. Please.
Clawville has done our country a great service, given us many useful modern things. It's just that it's taken something too. Something that was very important to us. Our souls. Our freedom.
Okay.
What do you think of Stavonia?
We are taught from an early age that this place is pure evil. You know, because of the shared history between our nations. But to be honest, the people here have been kind to me, and the country is beautiful. Although, I'll admit it's a bit cold for my taste.
I'm glad you're so honest and open, Miss Fani. It helps our work a lot.
Your work? You mean, this is some kind of interrogation? Did something happen?
No, but You know, we're always inquiring. It's kind of a professional habit. And, well, better safe than sorry, right?
Yes, exactly. You're right.
What do you think about the peace negotiations?
You're asking me?
Yes, you. Not the Separ, but you. I want your opinion.
Oh. Well, you know, I hadn't really thought about it that much. I'm so preoccupied with the ambassador's thoughts and concerns.
How could you not think about it that much?
You almost forgot you have your own, don't you?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it sounds very silly, but sort of.
Don't worry. I understand. So...
I think it's the greatest thing that's happened in the wilderness in decades. Two great powers that have been enemies for centuries finally joining hands and uniting in a common cause.
I feel like I could go downhill so quick, though.
And the Stavonian ambassador?
The mere presence of Ambassador Ignat is a symbol. If the negotiations go well in Clawville and peace is finally signed, it will be a genuinely grand event for all of us. Oh my, isn't that wonderful?
Okay, that sounds sarcastic. The last line definitely sounded sarcastic, but I feel like she's telling the truth. Oh shit, well, there went that. I guess I should have went with the sarcasm.
Tell me, why are you really here? I mean, why are you really here?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you were suggesting.
So you were on holiday? Right here, one of the coldest places of the whole wild world.
I've already told you, Detective. It's just a coincidence. The ambassador was here on holiday, yes. You know he loves the opera, and Stavonia is famous for its opera houses.
Is it? Oh my god. I don't feel like that's a lie. Good god, it was. I'm bad at this. I mean, I didn't have anything to really check in on that. It was a useful conversation. I found out that I suck at telling lies from truth. It's 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, we could retry, I guess.
Is this the secret?
Boy, I'm pretty
you
sure our
mentioned
hour
earlier?
is up to get to the party. Is it the hot? I forget these things. I'm so bad at remembering shit. Alright. Well, we wanted maybe more. So, what? It's still 4 stars though. Did I not get everything correct? I thought I got everything correct. God, I'm not gonna do this again, but I call shenanigans. Oh my god, that lasted forever. You'll love it, believe me. Think of it as one big sociological experiment. Yeah, but who's the subject, them or is it me? You really are indefensible. You're right, your friend. Sorry. Come on, I'm used to it. Let's go. After all, what could go wrong? Really? Interrogated one person, that's it? Well, interrogated one had a conversation with another.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We haven't even started this journey.
And we might just be in for the adventure of a lifetime, huh?
Oh, but every day is an adventure with you, Plato.
Come on, Chief. Let's get dressed up, have a drink or two, and go to the little rat hole in the back of the train for a good sleep. What could go wrong?
Famous last words, eh?
Well... everybody said it was gonna happen. Alright, that was the demo for Moses and Plato. That was really good. I liked it. I like that a lot, actually. I can't wait to play the actual game when it comes out. See what's kind of new. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next video.